Hi everyone, today we're going to do section 1.5, which should be very much of a review. It's adding and subtracting integers. So they're putting two together into one lesson. So for part one, you're going to write down part one. There are 4 parts in this lesson. You're going to write adding integers with the same sign. And the rule for adding integers with the same sign is you add the absolute value of the integers. That means basically the positive number of the integers, and you keep their sign. So we're going to do some examples here. Let me put that over there, toolbar. Okay, so number 1, we have -3 plus -4. Now, these ones, I would like you to use a number line, so you need to make a line on your paper, and you should be writing down the problem. Then you need to make a line. And since I have my number line out, I'm going to do it for number 2 as well. And what you need to do is you need to make tick marks. And now numbers always go below the line, so hopefully you've already learned that. Here's 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, and so on. And you're going to start at 0. Okay, so -3, so we're going to go from 0 to -3, 0 to -3, and then we want to have -4 more. We're going to add that, so we're going to go 4 more to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, and our answer is -7 when you go down on your line. Okay, the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, your tick marks should be almost, as best equally spaced as you can. You don't want to make them too far out. You should always have a 0 there. We have -1, -2, -3, and so on. Okay, and we're going from 0. The first one says to -7, so 0 all the way to -7. And then we're adding 2 more, -2, 1, 2, and we get -9. Okay, so that's how you show it on a number line. Now we're going to do some where I just give you some problems and you should be able to do them mentally. If they have, again, what we're talking about here is that they have the same sign. So basically all you're doing is adding them and keeping their sign. So 3 plus 4, and you know what I would like you to do? Actually, pause me right now. Do these 4 problems and then check to see if you get them right. This one would be 7. This one would be -9, -9, and 15. All right, let's move along. Part 2, adding integers with different signs. Okay, so it's adding, but they're different signs. Because they're different signs, we're actually going to do subtracting. I know there's a plus sign. This gets a little confusing, but you have to remember you have to subtract their absolute values of the integers and take the sign of the bigger number, okay, with the greater absolute value. Again, this should be a review. Let's do one on the number line. We're just going to do one. I'm going to erase this one. Oop. You know what? I'll put a box over it. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I'll put 0 about here. We have -1, -2, -3. And the reason why I know to put 0 in the middle is I already know the answer to this. I've subtracted it in my head, 3, and I take the sign of the bigger number, so I know that the answer is going to be +3. And so I know 0 should go in the middle somewhere. Now, to show it on a number line, what you do is the 5, we go from 0, we go to 5, +5. And then you want to go -2, and -2 means you're going to go to the left 2. We're taking away the 2. And that's where we get that +3. And the rule is telling us you subtract these 2 because they're different signs. One's positive and one's negative. So you do 5 minus 2 in your head, and then you get 3, and you take the sign of the bigger number. Well, 5 is a bigger number, bigger absolute value than 2. All right, here's ones to do. So these are different signs. So you subtract them, 7 and 11. When you subtract them, you get 4, and you keep the negative sign because negative 11 is the bigger number. Negative 9 plus 10, you subtract them, you get 1. 10 is bigger than negative 9, so it's a positive 1. Subtract the 2, I get 7. 9 is bigger than 2, so it's a positive 7. Subtract the 2, I get 7, and it's a negative because the 15 is bigger than the 8. All right, hopefully that was some review. We'll do some drill practice in class. Part 3, additive inverse property. Basically, it's saying a number plus its opposite will equal 0. And what's the additive inverse of 27? Basically, you take the negative of it, or you take the opposite of it. Negative 27 is the additive inverse of 27. The additive inverse of negative 6 is 6. All right, our last part, which is subtracting. And basically, all you have to do for subtracting, part 4, is to change it to addition by adding its additive inverse. So what you're going to do, and you can write down these steps over here, keep the first number, make the second number into an addition, make the subtraction sign into an addition sign, and take the inverse. So you're going to write 9 plus, and the opposite of 14 is negative 14. And now we're back to our rules from the first part, and you subtract the 2 because they're different signs. So I get 5, and you keep the sign of the bigger number, you get negative 5. Okay, we'll do one more, or we'll do 2 more, and that'll be it for today. Change it to addition, negative 10, make the subtraction sign an addition sign, take the opposite of 8, negative 8. They have the same sign, so you add the 2 numbers, you get negative 18. All right, last one. Keep the first number, 15. Change the subtraction to addition. Take the opposite of the second number, you get 4. Same sign, add them, you get positive 19. All right, that's it. Have a wonderful day.